Hey everybody, it's PartyElite with a live stream for Total War. My first ever live stream actually, so let me know if you notice any kinks, if the audio levels aren't working out okay or anything like that. But apart from that, the plan today is, as you might have guessed from my tweeting and whatnot, to look at the Beastmen. Obviously, they released today. Unfortunately, they released 9 hours ago, exactly when my work shift started, so I'm a little late to the party, but I'm still very excited. I've been sort of chomping at the bit to get started with the Beastmen. I'm just going to give it a minute or two to let some people drop in if more people are coming in a little late. Don't want them to miss the start. I do want to look at the rosters and see sort of what the units are like, what their traits are, etc. Now, I did go through really quickly and just got rid of all those tooltips that pop up at the beginning telling you that you've got the Amber Wizard and the Beastmen and just notifying you that you can now get abilities, etc. So, apart from that, though, I have not looked at the units. I have not touched them. I haven't played them yet. So, you're going to be getting my true and actual first impressions. Now, I just want you to know I do have the chat open, so feel free to, give me any pointers that you guys might have already seen if you've already played it, or if you have any questions or, anything, just drop it in the chat. And otherwise, also, you can always just say hi, obviously. So I am keeping my eye on the chat. And apart from that, like I said, just going to give it a minute or two and let a couple people join. Hey, Sam. Well, thank you very much for dropping by. I do what I can, and I'm just glad to see that it's helping people enjoy the game a bit more. Again, I've been playing the Total War games since. Hello, Danberg. Oh, whoa. Oh, great. Okay, cool. I'm glad to see people are coming in. Not the biggest channel, so it is nice to see people coming in. A bit expensive DLC, don't you think? So that's actually something that a lot of people have been talking about for a while. Hey man, nothing much. This stream. But yeah, so the price of the DLC is something I was thinking about as well. I've heard a lot of complaints, incomplete roster, etc., etc. We're gonna find out together today. Part of the purpose here as well is to just so you guys can see what this game plays like with the DLC, what the units are like, and if it does feel incomplete, or if it feels completely worth it. Just from what I've seen in the teasers and my love for both Total War games and the Warhammer universe, both 40k and fantasy, I think it's still worth it. But like I said, we'll find out together. The biggest complaint is, or has been, as far as I've seen, rather, is the roster and how sort of small or incomplete it is. And that is actually the first thing we're going to look at, the roster. Again, for those of you that missed it, I actually haven't touched the Beastmen at all. I just got home from work, got things going live, and so we're gonna discover them together. Now I will. So the plan today is to first go over their roster, take a look at the units, maybe come up with some guesses. Can I show Toddbringer? I don't think I can, but unless he shows up in the campaign nice and early, because the plan is to go through the units first, look at their stats, see what they might be used for, and then transition into some multiplayer battles. It'll be an open lobby, so if you guys want to come and battle me, you can. I won't be performing at my best. I don't know anything about these units, and so that'll be my excuse if I start terribly. But apart from that, after a couple of custom battles, I think I'm going to start my first ever Let's Play on this channel. A few of you guys have asked, and I have been interested in doing one. So I figured it'd be nice to start with a mini campaign as the Beastmen. So yeah, that's the plan for the day, and we'll play it by ear. If things change as they go along, we'll play it by ear. Thanks, guys. And hey, I'm glad that you guys have been getting a lot of help from this content. Again, anything that makes you guys enjoy these games makes me happy, because they've been a part of my life since the 6th grade, the first Shogun game back in 2000. So you do the math, you can figure out how old I am. And yeah, I'm very happy that J6's been plugging my content. He's awesome. I actually did one of his battle replays recently, and gave him a shout out as well. It was a Twitch channel, so I couldn't link to it directly, but Twitch and slash J6. Sorry, do check him out. He streams, I think, almost daily at around 8 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, again, let's jump right into it. So first things first. This is not the battle I'm going to be fighting. Let's look at these units. Beast Lords, so Lords first. Beast Lord, let's see, Armored Melee Expert. Okay, high armor, high weapon strength, decent speed, decent leadership. All right, nothing too spectacular. Any abilities here? Primal Fury, immune to psychology. That'll be nice. Melee attack, charge bonus, speed. Okay. Call of Violence. I'm looking really forward to just how violent these guys are going to be. Are you going to do other Let's Plays? Absolutely. I'm going to play things by ear. If you guys like my style of Let's Plays, I definitely want to, especially with these kinds of campaigns. And I might also do Let's Plays for other games that are similar, like strategic games. Can't think of any right now. Age of Empires comes to mind, but there hasn't been a new one of those in a while. Let's see. Apocalyptic Vision. Affects allies. Leadership and melee attack. Okay, so Beast Lord is kind of your standard lord. You're equal across all the various factions. I do have the Blood DLC installed, so this will be a lot of blood and gore. So if there are any children in the room and you are so inclined, don't have them in the room. Lots of blood and guts and gore. Let's see. Now we've got Kazrak the One Eye, who's one of the named characters, obviously. Probably one of the most advertised for the Beastmen. Again, all right, let's see the differences here. Not all that different from each other. Okay, fair enough. A bit better with the speed. Weapon strength's a little bit higher. Charge bonus. Okay, so just feels actually like a marginal increase in terms of fightiness, so to speak. And we've got, let's see here, so Primal Fury once again, Call of Violence once again, Apocalyptic Vision, and Deadly Onslaught. Okay, so also very similar. Now, I do know this is a part of the new patch, actually, so everyone should have this. When you add a character now, you can add mounts, as always, and you can also add, ooh, he's got a Razor Gore Chariot. You can also add abilities, and based on the abilities and the items and spells that you've assigned them, it'll actually change the cost. So let's see here. So for example, the base cost of Kazrak is actually 1,300, but with all of his abilities intact and an item in place as well, he goes up to 1,908. So this is really cool. I really like this because it, unless I'm remembering incorrectly, Warhammer Fantasy and 40k, like the tabletop game, you could customize your units. I think it went beyond just your hero characters. It also includes... Hey, Zarko. I've noticed you. I have noticed you. In the tabletop games, it was also a part of the actual units, I believe. You could add like a bannerman or a trumpeter, drummer, etc., spend extra points, get extra abilities. So this is a nice callback to that, adding abilities, items, etc., magic. So that's cool. It's a nice touch, and I think a lot of tabletop fans will really like that. And then finally, we've got Malagor the Dark Omen. And let's see, he's a spellcaster, so there's your kind of wizard class. Okay, obviously he's got a lot of abilities. They're all magic. So, Hide in the Forest, Encourage, of course. Primal Fury, Something Wicked This Way Come. It's an area hex, -4 leadership, okay. And it's instantly around itself, so you can't target that one. Unholy Power, okay, like a recharge and mana increase. Bestial Surge, 24% speed, vigor, and that is around self, okay. Let's see here, Vile Tide, it's an explosive type ground. Strong versus multiple, magical damage, large explosion, I like that, that sounds nice. Devolve, so I have seen some of the conversation about this particular spell. Apparently it is very, very, very overpowered. That's the conversation I've seen. I'm not going to jump to that conclusion until I've dealt with it myself, but apparently this is the new, Fate of Buna. So we'll see how that works out. But strong versus multiple combatants, apparently if you overcharge it or overcast it, it costs 16 mana, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, so it costs 16 and it does an insane amount of damage for an extremely large amount of time. And what I've seen conversationally, like on Reddit, etc., is that it is overpowered. Let's see what's next. Evolve, and then we've got Traitorkin. This is a direct damage spell, so think of it like if you saw my Witch Hunter video, it's a similar kind of tactic if you want to do that, I guess. Brace Scream, magical damage, tier-shaped attack, okay. Expanding tier-shaped attack, strong versus multiple. Ground, okay. Mantle of Korok. 55 second, plus 58 to melee attack, plus 44% weapon damage. Causes damage to all combatants. Chance damage will be resisted. Okay, okay. So that's an interesting little gamble there. So if you're kind of, I guess, last gasp of breath, interesting. We've got Savage Dominion, spawns a Cygor, which I cannot wait to see in action. And Arcane Conduit, which is increased to power reserves. Wow, so that's just the lords. Already I'm liking, like, they feel like they would probably play pretty differently just in their lords alone. I like the new magic. We've got Beasts and Wild. Those are the two new lores of magic, so very excited for those. Now among the heroes, we've got the Gorbel. I'm very excited to see them in action, or him, I guess, in action. Armored, armor piercing, and anti-large. Okay, excellent. Some serious damage dealing here. Decent melee attack and melee defense. And let's see, weapon strength. 280 armor piercing damage. All right, that's sweet. So he's gonna be a serious heavy hitter. Melee specialist, of course. Another new icon there. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know my complaints about the sheer number of icons in this game. But is Malagor still cheaper than a Cygor by itself? Oh, let's see. So let's see. Malagor, turn off everything. Let's see. Let's get rid of everything. Of course, we want to keep the Cygor on, which is Savage Dominion. Get rid of everything else. And he is 1314, and a Cygor is 1600. So yes, Malagor with everything off except for Savage Dominion, which allows him to spawn a Cygor, is cheaper than having a Cygor. So that's good to know. I guess you could kind of game that system unless they patch that very soon. But I'm going to try to avoid doing any of that for this stream unless we want to see it in action, or unless it actually makes tactical sense, obviously. So that's actually interesting. The math there doesn't work out at all. Then we've got, okay, so we did the Gorbel, Bray Shaman of Death. So Spellcaster, pretty standard standard effects for Spellcaster, I guess, nothing too special. That's good weapon strength, though. Low melee defense. Actually, that's quite good for a Spellcaster. And your standard Lore of Death abilities, plus Arcane Conduit, plus Primal Fury. So I think that's the standard across all these guys. Gorbel, sorry, I didn't look at his abilities. We've got Hide, causes fear. What's this? Siege Attacker, excellent. Right, so those of you that don't know, the Siege Attacker is a new trait because of which when you engage in a siege battle, you can just jump right in. You don't actually have to build siege equipment, which is great, because if you have a lot of monstrous infantry or just monsters in general, you're not spending time building battering ram that you're never going to use. And let's see, we've got Slaughterer's Call, which is affecting self and allies in range. Cool. Leadership bonus, charge bonus, and melee attack. Nice. This one, Blood Greed plus speed plus leadership, but only if leadership is high, okay, or leadership isn't broken. Foe Seeker and Deadly Onslaught. So your standards. Okay. Sorry, skip those for a second there. Bray Shaman, as I said, kind of your typical Lore of Death shaman, magician, shaman? I almost pronounced that wrong. Shaman, I think. Now we've got the Bray Shaman of Beasts, and again, that's one of the new lores. And again, pretty standard. You obviously want to keep him away from melee engagements and range fire, but that's to be expected. They're support characters, and what can this guy do for us? So again, Primal Fury, Wild Heart to increase power reserves. Wissen's Wild Form, I'm guessing is how that's pronounced. 14 second weapon damage, plus 22%, plus 15 armor. Let's see, Flock of Doom. Causes damage to combatants, strong versus multiple. Okay, 7 seconds. Huh, interesting. Oh, crows pecking out foes' eyes. That's cool. Does it do, did I miss any other effects? No? Huh. I would expect it to do, something to, like, accuracy or something. The Amber Spear, magic missile, causes armor-piercing damage, effective at all ranges, good pen, okay, cool. Is this your standard magic missile? Pan's Impenetrable Pelt, plus 20% damage resistance, 20% speed, okay. Curse of Anraer, oh, I'm going to butcher these pronunciations. This one is obviously to target the enemy, it's a hex, minus 24 speed, minus 20 accuracy, okay, that's nice. Powerful unit that can be used to... Oh, right. So this transformation of Kadon, you can spawn a Manticore. So that's cool as well. We'll like to see that in action. And of course, we've also got Arcane Conduit. So that's your Bray Shaman of Beasts. And finally, the Bray Shaman of the Wild. So we've got, again, kind of the standard. These guys all look the same, unless I'm crazy. Okay, cool. So not much is different between them. But Beast abilities are... Oh, sorry. Wild is what we're going for. Wild abilities are, apart from apparently everyone's got Primal Fury, Bestial Surge, plus 24% speed, Vigor, plus 10, Vile Tide, okay, Devolve. All right, we've already seen this group of spells up here with Malagor. Yeah, with Malagor. Okay, so it's similar spell types, but of course, more of a support unit to where Malagor you can probably use a bit more. I wouldn't take him into ranged distances, for example. This is really, really interesting. The way it feels so far is these top sort of sets are really melee heavy. Like, you want to actually engage all of them, even if they're spellcasters. We'll find out together, though. All right, moving on to the actual units, finally. Let's stock some of these guys up here. Ungor Spearman Herd. Okay, anti-large, charge defense against large, poor leadership. Thanks. Okay, so this is your meat, like your Mook infantry. Nothing too special there, apart from the anti-large. Though with poor leadership, I don't know if they can withstand a good charge. Ungor Spearman Herd with shield, so same thing except plus shields. Yeah, looks like it, and a reduced charge bonus. But you get that 30% shielded bonus there. Charge defense against large foes for both these guys. Okay. Ungor Herd. So this is your axe infantry. Again, they'll be good against opponent spears and sort of your average unit. Vanguard deployment, so that'll be interesting. Again, I've got a video recently about how to use Vanguard deployment, so we'll put that to the test with the Beastmen, see if anything new comes up. Stalk, that'll be cool as well. They can sort of sneak around, get a lot closer. I believe that's the exact same trait that the Night Goblins and the Goblins have, or the Night Goblin, sorry. So that'll be interesting. You can get really close with that. Middling armor, middling stats overall, also kind of just meat for the army. And then we've got the Gore Herd. So if I'm, again, not mistaken, the Ungors in the lore are actually like a lower tier or a lower class of Beastmen. If you guys, know a bit more about Beastmen lore, do drop it in the chat, because my Beastmen knowledge is not so crisp. But yeah, so the Gores are going to be your higher tier units. So as we can see already, the stats for a Gore Herd versus an Ungor Herd are massively different. You've got well, actually, it's not that big a leap. The weapon strength is a bit better. The charge bonus is significantly better. Leadership is higher, and they're shielded as well, which is nice. Okay, melee attack is 32. I was trying to look for the difference there. So that's when you kind of get to your actual fighters, and they probably are into bestiality. Does it count? You call it the same thing if it's among beastmen? Where are the beast women, actually? And then we've got the Bestigors, and they are the best. So we've got, let's see, armor piercing, good, because they are the only armor piercing unit apart from the Gorbel so far. So they're armor piercing, decent armor, which is nice. They are armored, yeah. Good leadership, decent speed, melee attack, melee defense is kind of low. Charge bonus is nice as well. So yeah, so these Ungors seem to be your Mook infantry. Tested out the infantry. Ungor spears beat their Empire equivalent, but above that, Ungors fail against their Empire equivalent. Okay, that sounds like it makes sense. I mean, that looks... like just looking at the stats roughly and trying to work off the other factions' stats off the top of my head, it sounds about right. But the Bestigor is the best Gore. God. Serious upgrade in terms of armor. Great to see another armor-piercing unit. They're a little bit slower, but that's fine. Melee attack is a lot better. Melee defense is a bit lower. And their charge bonus is nicer. So these guys, they're your heavy hitters. You bring them in every once in a while. To sort of, I guess, close the doors on the enemy. And now we've got missile infantry, just one unit of Ungor Raiders. Poor leadership as well. They stalk, okay, and Vanguard deployment. So I imagine a lot like the Night Goblin Archers is how these guys will work out. So I'll be interested in trying them out in Vanguard deployment. Overall, stats-wise, they seem pretty mediocre, actually. They don't seem very hot. 17 missile damage. The range is okay. Ammo is okay. Alright, okay. Not too impressed by Thumb. Yes, I will be playing the game and showing battles. I'll actually be battling and doing some of the campaign as well. So don't worry. I'm sorry if this section lasts too long. I'll try and hurry it up. Centaurs, let's see. Shielded very fast and Vanguard deployment as well. All right. Let's load all these guys up first. So let's see. All right, so decent stats there. That charge bonus of 40 is nice. What's this? Rowdy. +4 to leadership, immune to vigor. Oh, nice. So these guys, as long as their leadership is not wavering, they will not get tired. So think of it like a battle rage. They're rowdy, right? So that'll be interesting to see. You can basically run them around the field. They are very fast, and they have Vanguard deployment, so I'll really like to see that in play. Centaurs with throwing axes, armor-piercing, missile damage, very fast. Vanguard deployment, overall decent stats. Leadership is good here as well. Centaurs with great weapons, armor-piercing, very fast, Vanguard. Okay, decent armor-piercing here, 27. What do these guys have? Okay. Overall, I mean, again, this obviously you're trying to build a balanced army as the devs, so these stats seem to work with the rest of the factions. Razor Gore Chariot, again, we've got a massive charge bonus there. Maybe I'll put them into action, and then I can show you guys how to use chariots as well, because that's something that was asked. So maybe I'll throw these guys in there as well. And oh, right, good point, Corey. Right, they use human women. I forgot about that. Probably blocked that out of my memory on purpose. Really fast. Okay, so this is your standard chariot. You know, good against infantry, really fast, but you don't want to keep them dug into a fight for very long. So okay, nothing too special there in terms of stats. We've seen Chaos Warhounds before and the ones with poison, so I'm going to skip these two guys. We've also seen the Giant in past. I believe it's the same as the Chaos Giant, so going to skip that as well. So let's see, we've got the Razor Gore Herd, Chaos Spawn, which I will also skip, sorry. Minotaurs with shields, and Minotaurs with great weapons. Okay. Okay, very similar units there. Razor Gore Herd. Armor-piercing, anti-infantry, decent armor. Overall, decent stats. Melee defense is low, so I guess, again, equivalent to like a higher tier Warhound, I suppose. You want to get them in. They can stay for a little while, but if you keep them in a fight for too long, there's going to be trouble. Armor-piercing is nice. A lot of armor-piercing. I haven't seen much anti-large yet. Minotaurs. Again, armor-piercing. Really nice weapon strength. No forest penalty. Very good. So no terrain problems there. Lower on the armor scale, decent leadership, decent charge bonus. All right, what's this? Blood, greed, fear. Okay. Minotaurs with shields. Now, okay, I see the difference here. They're shielded, but these are actually 50% shields, so that's pretty good shielding. No forest, armor piercing again. Some pretty good stats here. Decent speed, decent charge bonus. All right. And Minotaurs with great weapons. Anti-large. There we go. Armor piercing, anti-large, no forest penalty. Okay, so have we only seen 2 anti-large units so far? The Gorble and the Minotaurs with great weapons? Okay, that's a little disconcerting, because we're already at monsters and beasts. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Saurus Blood, interesting experiment. They beat demis but lose to Grail Knights. That's weird. And yeah, Barry, you're right. There really isn't much anti-large, so that's going to be interesting. I guess I'm going to try some things when it comes to dealing with cavalry, but that's an interesting situation. You don't want to get stuck in and attack from multiple sides. And yes, I will definitely show Minotaurs. Don't you worry. I'll zoom in on the charges as well. I'm very excited to see them in action, even if that costs me a couple battles. And thank you, King James. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. And so last but definitely, sorry, not the least, is the Cygor. These bad boys, I'm very excited to see. Armor-piercing special ranged weapon, which is the massive rock that they throw across the field. causes terror, which makes perfect sense to me, and no force penalty. So stats wise, this is your tank basically, almost literally. Missile damage 356, 280 of that is armor piercing. We've got great range on this. So yeah, this is your mobile artillery. They're actually decently fast, and they can hold their own in melee as well. 44 melee attack, 17 melee defense. As long as you keep it away from enemy anti-large, you should be in a good spot with these guys. Which is actually interesting. I saw as well, it was mentioned Soul Eater. Oh, I'm sorry, they've got a magical ability. Plus 10% miscast chance. Oh, okay, awesome. Nice. Oh, and 25% magic resistance. These are going to be interesting to play around with. I've seen, what was I saying? Where was I? Cygor's armor piercing, anti-large. You know what? I've lost that train of thought. I'm sorry. So, as I said, I'm going to go over the units, as I have done, and I'm going to open myself up for some multiplayer battles. Just gonna, ooh, it's busy today. Just going to host a battle here. No password. Feel free to jump in if you're on the stream to battle me. Let's make sure it's very clear to anybody who's watching what's going on here. Beastmen. Beast. God. Character limit on this thing. Best men. There you go, live stream. Alright, I'm just gonna make that, and anyone can kind of jump in, and we'll see how it goes, I guess. Gonna use one of the new maps here. Are they at the bottom? Not at the bottom, are they? Come on. Huh. Blue Beach River. Sorry, I just like flipping through these maps. Oh, that looks cool. Alright, so just gonna wait for someone to join. Not on my side. And if no one joins, then I guess I'll play some custom battles, and that'll give us a preview of how these units look. Gonna wait a little bit. Don't the Ungors with spears have anti-large? You know what? That would make sense. They do, right, sorry, they do have anti-large, Corey, but the poor leadership, I was saying that it would be a little bit awkward to put them in a position where they're against units that are either, terrifying or cause a significant amount of damage to them, with like a rear charge or something, and then have them break, and then all of a sudden your Ungor spearmen have all left the field, and now you don't have any anti-large. Dimebag, I'm not sure I would wreck you. I've had a long day, and again, this is my first exposure to the Beastmen, so jump right in. It's very likely that I'm going to perform very poorly, because also, as I mentioned, I will be doing a lot of zoom-ins and rushing and camera angles probably, so I'm not going to be at my A game. So jump in, join me. Well, don't join me on the other side. I'll probably give it another 30 seconds or so. Maybe I'll give it a minute. I have not yet played the campaign, no. Do you mean I'm guessing you mean the mini campaign? I haven't. I literally got home from work and started the stream right away. So 30 minutes ago. Does it depend on region, the lobby? It shouldn't. I'm pretty sure they're not region locked, but I am set to North America, if that helps. Oh, that might be a little laggy. It's worth a shot. I don't mind. Again, just feel free if you so wish, if you are so inclined. I won't launch after the beast. So David, you might want to try verifying your game cache. I can't remember the UI, the Steam UI right now, but you right-click on the game's name, and I think it's like properties, and there should be an option for game cache. I would suggest Google, how to verify game cache. Steam. You might have already tried that, but if not, that's definitely something to give a shot to. Looks like no one's showing up. Nobody? No takers? Gonna give it another 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds. Oh, man. Beastmen spawn and Beastmen Warhounds versus Chaos Warhounds and Chaos spawn. sure. I can't see the game you're hosting. Oh, it might be region locked then. Let me just check here. Multiplayer battle. Online game, host battle. Yeah. PartyElite Beastmen livestream. Just made it again. Try to refresh the list. Yeah, I know. I might just drop in AI, honestly. Yeah, let's drop in some AI. Beastmen versus Beastmen. All right, let's start with like a classic matchup. Beastmen versus the Empire. I'm going to try and pretend this is a multiplayer battle. Should I? Yeah, let's try that. All right, how do we want to do this? Battle difficulty very hard. 60, ultra. Yeah, this is good. Okay. DLC doesn't work. Oh yeah, anonymous fart face. If you want to join right in, and I'll kick the Empire. Right now, though, I'll build as if I'm fighting the Empire. Let's see what's going on here. Let's check out Kazrak, Dimebag. Yeah, I guess it is. It might be region locked. So sorry to hear that. I am in North America though. I think if you change your download region in Steam, then it might actually change to where you are. And Fartface, you should see my game listed. You should be able to just double click on the game name or select it and then click join game, and it should drop you right in. All right. It's too bad the multiplayer is region locked. That's really unfortunate. So sorry about that for you guys who are not watching me from North America. But, yeesh. I wish that wasn't the case. Let's see here. So again, I'm going to, if no one's able to join, then I will do this battle against the Empire, and I'm just going to build a quick army list. Again, very roughly, not entirely sure what's going to work best against the Empire. But I will do the Brave Shaman of the Wild because I want to see... Oh, no, wait, sorry. Brave Shaman of Beasts because... Stream dead. No, Stream should be alive. I want to see the Cygors in action. And I think overall their magic... Let's see here. Need to familiarize myself with all this stuff. Let's see. Weapon damage, armor, boosts... Flock of Doom, Amber Spear, Pelt. Just trying to forget what's what already. There we go. Savage Dominion, sorry. Kick Empire? Do I have to? Can't join if I don't kick Empire? Alright, Empire's gone. Saurus, join us. Join me. What's going on there? No? Stuck? Alright, I'm going to keep building as if I'm fighting the Empire, and then if it doesn't work for some reason, then at least we can start seeing a fight. The server name is, I forget, PartyElite Bestmen Battle. Saurus, all eyes on you right now. So let's see, we've got Spearmen. So if I was fighting the Empire, again, making hypothetical, I would assume the Empire is going to bring in some large units, obviously, Demigryph Knights with halberds, probably. Now again, I don't think these Spearmen are going to last very long against them, but they are kind of the only option I have outside of the Gorbul. So maybe actually let's switch this around. Let's get Malagor in there for the magic casting and summoning a Cygor. And we'll also get... sorry to hear that, guys. I'm sorry it's not letting people join from across the world. That's unfortunate, to use a polite word. But yeah, so we've got Malagor the Dark Omen here to do sort of the magic support, cast spells, and bring in a Cygor, an extra Cygor, because I will be going in with one. And we'll get the Gorbul in here for the anti-large support. Probably a good idea to take more than one, but we'll go with just one for now. And let's see here. I will drop in some Spearmen just for that support. They're not going to be my main force. And I think I will go with... I think I'll go with the shielded variant because, again, hypothetically, if I'm playing Empire, they'll probably have a decent amount of range. I don't want them to take out my my Spearmen before the cavalry even comes in. Let's see, we've got Vanguard. axe infantry. Got Goreherd with shields. Let's see. What else could I possibly... So I want to close the gap as quickly as possible in case they're bringing in artillery. So let's go with some Goreherds with shields. Again, thinking shields because you can only see it when Empire is there. Oh, you know what? Try now. Sorry, guys. There might have not been a blank slot available, so try now. Yeah, I think it's the play slot thing, Dimebag. I just noticed that myself as well. My apologies. Again, first time doing a live stream, so a little all over the place sometimes, I guess. So again, adding the Goreherds with shields to help kind of rush up and actually create the initial engagement, and hopefully that will help negate some of the missile fire that I'm expecting. Let's see. Let's get the front line a bit chunkier, less spearmen. And the best to gore, armored, armor piercing. I'll just get a couple of these guys. Let's see, missile infantry. I don't think the missile infantry are going to do much. Very poor missile damage. They're not armor piercing, so I'm actually going to go without any missile infantry, I think, for this. Instead, for my Vanguard deployment, I do want to get some Centaurs. Do I want them with throwing axes? Let's see. Armor piercing. Centaurs with great weapons are also armor piercing. Vanguard. Oh, they're almost all armor piercing. All right, so let's get some of these Centaurs with great weapons in there, and use them. I'll probably be using them as like a flanking maneuver. Am I using any mods? I might be. Okay. Give me a second, you guys. I'm going to pause the stream for a second. Well, the stream will stay live. I'm just gonna head off to like a pause screen, check mods, make sure they're all off, and jump right back in. Okay, sorry about that. Give me 1 second. All right, and I'm back. Disable the mods. Hopefully, you guys can now join, and we can have a beatdown go down. So, go ahead and try and join, and I'm gonna jump back to preparing that hypothetical Empire army so that we can start seeing some action. Sorry about that again, guys. So let's see. What was I thinking here? Wild lets me spawn a Cygor. Yes. Excellent. Saurus blood. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Welcome. Are you going to be playing Beastmen as well? Oh yeah, there'll be Minotaurs. Don't you worry. Okay, so you're going with the Empire. Cool. Okay, so let's go back to where we were in that case. And yeah, I don't really mind live streaming my Vanguard deployment. I mean, whatever. I'm just playing for fun here. I've mentioned it a few times, I think, that I like to just kind of experiment more and have fun from a tactical sense as opposed to just win. That's got its value too, I guess. Let's see. Great weapons and one of these. Like, yeah, I could play to just win. That's fun, but I like sort of tactically testing myself, which is why you see content such as the retreating kill box and things like that from me. Because to me, that's where the fun is. It's being creative, getting creative rather. Do I want these shielded guys or great weapons? You know what? I'm gonna go with great weapons in case you decide to bring some cavalry, which you probably will. And there we go. Okay. Poof. Now, good thing to actually point out. If you what's the word I'm looking for? If you plan on summoning a Cygor or a Manticore, actually, let's flip this guy out so we can have a Manticore in this as well. If I can remember which one is the Manticore. There we go. If you plan on summoning beasts, make sure you have a slot open at least so that you can summon. Otherwise, if your army is filled up with slots, then you can't actually summon an additional beast. So just keep that in mind when you're prepping for battle. Now, again, the idea with the items and abilities and spells again is so that you can spec how you want to spec. That way, you can sort of customize and customize your expenses. So you're playing the type of army that you want to play. So, for example, you know, I really want this guy to be mounted. Mounts were there before, but I want him to be mounted, and I want certain types of spells available. Like if I didn't want to cast a Cygor for some reason, I could very well just remove that from the Brave Shaman I had on before, and then free up points for like ranking up, for example. On the topic of which, these poor leadership boys will get a little bit of help getting ranked up there. And Saurus, just let me know when you're ready. Just hit. Or, you know, just drop something in the chat or even in game chat, obviously, and let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll hit the ready button. And these guys as well. Rank them up a little bit. So much money left. Oh, okay. There it goes. All right. How long's the stream? I was going to initially do it just for about an hour or so, but depending on how things go, we're already at 43 minutes because it took me some time to get over the characters. So it'll be a while. I want to do some custom battles, maybe at least a couple, and then maybe jump into the campaign, the mini campaign. I know a few of you have said it's not interesting, but I still want to try it. It'll be my first Let's Play that I do, so maybe it's a good thing that it's a mini campaign. So I'll at least take it off the ground today, ideally. Apart from that, oh, you're ready. Sorry, I completely missed that check mark. All right, let's get wrecked, I guess. Good luck, Saurus Blood. Have fun, and see how good I perform when I'm live streaming a battle. My favorite unit of the Beastmen. I don't know. I get the feeling it's going to be the Cygor just because of the sheer size and badassery it involves. But I don't know yet. This is literally the first time I'm seeing these 3D models. Also, I do want to say, if the audio levels aren't perfect, just let me know. I can adjust if the music or background volume's too high. Let me know if my voice is too low or too high. Let me know, and I can make all those adjustments as we go along. Size does matter. It's very true. Anyone who says otherwise has never been a Cygor or used one. All right, let's get this going. So this looks like an interesting map. Pretty plainsy here. Some forest cover I could use for like vanguard deployment and hiding. Looks like we've got some hills on either side. A little symmetrical, which is nice for the most part. Do I feel they counter a certain faction in particular? I don't think so. Again, first impressions with them. I think they're actually pretty middle ground, it feels like. Their lack of ranged, for example, is a little weird. They have some decent high speed units, so like that'll be great against the dwarves, for example. So I'm not sure if they're specifically powerful against one faction over any other. So what are we gonna do here again? So we've got. All right. Game isn't running as smoothly as it usually does. I think it might be because I'm also recording this while I'm live streaming. So that might be why. Alright, so let's get you guys to hide. No, not hiding, not hiding. That's weird. Why aren't you hiding? Huh. That's very strange. It's very strange. Alright, well, I'm going to just hope for the best here. Very thin lines up here. Oh, you know what? It's actually, there isn't much hiding space here. It's very little, little amount of this forestry is actually inside the map. So instead, I'm just going to try and get a jump on you. On the side there. Oh, jeez. These are the anti-large, no forest penalty. Okay. It's just not showing me that they're hidden for some reason. That's a little annoying. Armored armor piercing. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Guys up there. Armored and armor piercing, right? Okay, get these guys there. Support there. Oh, lag is really kind of unfortunate. Wow, so the Cygor's range actually doesn't go all the way into the deployment zone. Interesting. So not the greatest range, actually, after all, I guess. Get these guys ready for any funny business on the sides here. Actually, no, you know what? Spread you out here. I'll be on the back foot a lot more than I want to be. Okay. Yeah, it's really low winds of magic. Hopefully that gets better. Whenever you're ready. Actually, I guess maybe you're not watching the stream anymore, so I'm gonna hit start battle and hopefully not throwing anyone off their game. I don't know if I'm ready, to be honest. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, as I suspected. So gonna try and take care of the, it was a really dark map. Okay, so we've got some halberdiers, great swords, so armor piercing on that side. We've got artillery at the back here, mortar. Okay, so it looks like 3 separate units here. Let's get these guys right in there. Who is this? General. Yeah, let's get moving. Oh, man. Beating me in my own game. So let's see who's faster here, the Outriders or these boys? What have you got? Devolve. Ah, yes. You know what? Let's see what it's like. Who do I want to hit here? All right, all right. Not doing a good job managing my my attack there. This lag is killing me. I know I sound like I'm just making excuses here, but that lag is really killing me. Maybe I'll stop doing the side-by-side record. You boys need to be in guard mode. Alright, pull you back there. So halberdiers, great swords, alright, alright. Jesus. Alright. Okay, no. Guess it's a better charge against infantry. That's pretty flat. Alright, what's going on? I'm dying here. Performing terribly. Whew, I'm gonna lose this one bad. Might be a lesson to myself to never never battle people on the first oops, the first time I'm dealing with a with an army. Come on, cancel for me. Took its time. All right. Still familiarizing myself with these spells. Who needs help? Jesus, everyone needs help. Alright, you know, let's try this. Yeah, I messed up here. I, like, completely left my flank open. This is going terribly. Yeah, the lag is really bad, isn't it? I'm gonna stop that recording, see if that helps. This is killing me. So my bitrate's pretty high. Oh, Jesus. It's going all sorts of bad, guys. Ooh, where's my anti-large? Ah, shit. All right. What am I doing here? Alright, got the Manticore out. See if that's gonna help me any. Oh, let's see, armor piercing. What? Yeah, I'm being completely destroyed. Well played, well played. I'm like wrecked. Man. Yeah, I'm loving how the Cygor looks. Really well done. Like, the units are all really unique looking and really interesting. I mean, again, I'm not playing at my finest here right now. Don't know answers to specific questions like, you know, who they counter, who they might do best against, etc. But they do feel like a pretty different unit. They feel like glass. What's the word I'm looking for? Like glass cannon, I guess? Except, I guess, you want them to get in close. You don't want them to keep too far for too long. But you want to be wary of like who's engaging in what way. It seems pretty balanced. Wow, my Manticore is just kind of giving up there. Just walking away. Yeah, okay, that's gone terribly. Sorry for that terrible engagement, you guys. That did not go well at all. I'm going to call it GG. Well played, for sure. Damn, that was terrible. Well, that's my first experience with the Beastmen on the battlefield. That did not go well at all. If anybody else wants to jump in and we can try another round there, I think I'm going to stick to just 2 battles. Otherwise, I'm going to embarrass myself, lose all my subscribers. I think I'll stick to just 2 battles. I did really badly there. Cygor did a nice job. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Yeah, that was terrible. Whew, terribly. But you know what? Let's get one more in there, and then maybe I'll jump in on the campaign instead. Do really need to familiarize myself with the units a bit better. Well done, man. GG for sure. Got destroyed. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, I did quite a few things wrong there. For one, I was recording at the same time as streaming, and that was just killing my frame rate, so that wasn't helping, obviously. But beyond that, definitely didn't manage my troops well at all. Wasn't sending them to their counters, probably largely because I don't remember off the top of my head right away what their counters are. So Minotaurs with great weapons, anti-large. Okay. Anti-large armor piercing. Armored armor piercing. Yeah, this lack of anti-large is going to kill me. 2v2. 2v2? Well, let's see if we can start filling up slots. I'll pop it open. Why not? Oops. It's one too many. 2v2. No, right. All right. We'll see. We'll see if we can fill up the slots. But yeah, that was like my spearmen stayed back for too long. My front engagement was taking me too long to rush up with again. So as I was saying, it looks like with the Beastmen, you really want to get to the enemy as quickly as you can, so that you can engage them and then take advantage of of decent sort of overall stats and damage caused by things like primal fury and whatnot. Welcome back. And apart from that, yeah, I kind of like just let my Vanguard deployed units completely die there because I completely ignored them after giving them an order to attack. So they got destroyed, but I guess, the thinking there again was to cut off the artillery so that I could advance with minimal fire being taken. Stop paying attention. Gonna change the map up, hopefully to something that's a little better lit as well. Should we go with something that's just plains? All Cygors? You know what? Maybe. Hey man, you're welcome. I'm happy these videos are helping people out. Again, this is a game or a series I've been playing since the year 2000 with the first Shogun game. So I figured, I enjoy the game. I knew with Warhammer a lot of new people would be jumping in as well, so I thought I'd spread the love, so to speak. But right now, if some of you guys could spread some love to me and hit me up with some opposition, I guess. Beast Path, good call. Is it just called Beast Path? Where are we? Come on. No, doesn't look like it. Or is it under Subterranean? Yeah, I mean you can see this is my first time. Oh, but this can only be against one person, so I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I'm going to do a 2v2 versus 2v2 first. Yeah, you can probably tell that this is my first time popping open the game after this DLC released, the DLC and the patch. That's a good... Yeah, I like Doc Karaz. Let's go with that. You hate Steam. Steam can be pretty annoying sometimes. We're not getting anybody by the time I hit 60 minutes. Oh, it's PartyElite Beastmen live stream. Sorry. Forgetting the name of my own stream there. And yeah, so this is going to be... I think I'm just going to stick to two battles. Get myself a bit more familiar with these units and then jump back into this. Maybe do another live stream soon. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about my live stream. Are the Cygors as good as they look? So I only had that one battle where I got to play with them, and I did horribly, so I can't blame that on the Cygors. I do think they're probably solid. They seem like a pretty good sort of mobile artillery piece that you can actually engage with as well. I almost wonder if they can be used as a defensive mechanism, for example, to guard your range units, maybe for for an enemy cavalry charge. But yeah, so I can't tell just yet. Yeah, it's too bad about this. Hey, Saurus Blood, if you can still hear me, do you want to... Oh, no, all right, cool. We've got one new person, Crazylotto. Welcome to the game. I don't know if you're also watching the stream, but I'm talking to you anyway. I didn't notice your name. Well, let's see. Got some ranged Centaurs. So this is Saurus Blood's Beastmen build. So I take it you've been playing a bit more than I have. Let's see here. Gore Herd with shields. Yeah, that does seem like a decent composition. That does seem... You know what? I am going to switch the Shaman out with Khazrak. I feel like that'll help me out quite a bit. No Cygor. All right, I'll bring the Cygor into the party. Yeah, let's see here. Cygors versus Gobos. I might do that. All right. Come on, we just need one more. Anybody there who can join this party or no? Thank you, Austin and Friends YouTube. I try. I'm just glad that it's helping people out. So also, yeah, I think I was mentioning earlier, let me know what you guys think about this whole live stream thing. It's the first time I'm doing one. I obviously talk very differently when I'm live streaming versus on a pre-recorded, edited video. So apart from some of the kinks like the lag earlier and whatnot, let me know what you guys think about me live streaming, and if you'd rather me do a Let's Play live streamed, or if you'd rather I do a pre-record and like edit it in with all these kind of, you know, close-up shots that I like to do. Large number of units, yes. Okay, if we can't get another person to join, I do have. Why do I have that much gold left? Oh, right, because I changed my summon. Whoop. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's see. Rank some of these boys up. Actually, that's probably useless. They're already pretty high up there. Should I give these spearmen another bump? Get them up to silver. They'll last longer. Is this going to be a regular thing? My live streaming? It could be. If people enjoy it, then yeah, I don't see why not. I'm going to try and get a bit more consistent. I don't know how many of you have been following me on Twitter, but I am on Twitter. I could just remember my handle. I think it's _PartyElite. There we go. Yeah, so it's _PartyElite. If you follow me there, I'll be doing more periodic updates. Obviously, when I post a new video, you'll get an update by being subbed to my channel. But with Twitter, I can actually update about. I can update with regards to, you know, live streams that are coming up. I do want to make it a more regular thing. The issue has been that I moved recently. I think a lot of you saw that. I've been mentioning that I moved recently. It was quite a big move with a lot of boxes. My entire life kind of moves with me every time I move. So my house is still kind of a warehouse, and I'm still sorting that out. And once that's sorted out, I'll be picking up the pace. I've been getting a lot of battle submissions, for example, and I feel bad that I feel bad that I haven't been able to cover all of them. Cool, lobby's filled up, so that's cool. But I got a lot of really good submissions. I've been watching them all. I just haven't been able to record, and as you guys know, it does take me time to record and edit these because I'd like to get in those shots of the zoom-ins and the charges and the blood and the gore. So it's taking me some time. But hopefully once these boxes are all out of the way, I can actually start becoming a bit more consistent. As for how this game compares to other Total War games, I'm going to be honest. I've been playing since Shogun back in 2000. And I've loved almost all of the games. Empire, to me, was maybe the weakest, which is unfortunate because I liked the scope of it. I liked the idea, like just the size of it was awesome. And Rome 2 obviously didn't launch very well, but after all the patches, it became amazing. With all that set aside, I think doing this Warhammer game has allowed Creative Assembly to be free and just really experiment with the formula, which, as much as I love a historical setting, I'm a huge history buff. As much as I love that, I think this freedom has allowed a lot of creativity. A lot of creativity, and that's really nice to see. The maps are different, the animations are really cool, the character, the models and stuff, and some of the new systems are great as well, like the spells. Overall, it's a very different Total War game, I find, and different in a good way. I initially was very nervous about buying this game because I love both Warhammer and I love Total War games, but I was a little nervous after how Rome had launched. And then I decided, you know what, no, I'm going to buy it, and I have not regretted it. Every penny of however, $70, $80, however much it is, completely worth it. So I'd say when it comes to comparing Total War games, I think this one's right up there, actually. As for historical era that I want, we're losing people. We're losing people. Any historical era I want is, honestly, I want to see Asia explored a bit more. And by Asia, I mean South and East Asia. So, for example, I'd like to see, China and the war of the empires there, and how sort of China was formed. And South Asia, India's got a very rich history as well. There's a lot of like kingdoms that were disparate, and then the British Empire. Well, the British came, the Dutch came, the Portuguese came, the French came. Everyone came. Like, I think that would be really cool. So I'd really like to see. I'd like to see sort of an Asia Total War, but I feel like not as many people feel that way. Maybe not as many people are interested in that place. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna. Not as many people are interested in Total War ISIS. Oh God, in in the Far East and South Asia. So I don't want to. I assume that's probably a business decision why we haven't seen a focused game there. Total War Romance of the Three Kingdoms. What about you guys? What Total Wars would you like to see? Obviously, you know, Zarko, you want to see Total War ISIS. So sort of a Central Asia focus, I guess. I don't know if that counts as a historical era just yet. All right, got this battle going on at Dak Karaz. It is one of the older maps, and hey, don't wanna let you down, but hopefully I don't drag this team down with my rough shape. Oh yeah, ancient Egypt would be cool. Egypt is another is a big love of mine. All right, put this chat window up. Total War my kitchen. Total War my house. Use boxes as cover. All right, how do you want to play this? Right, I shouldn't whistle. I'm live streaming. Let's see what's going on here. Spearman. This is actually, I think, the first time I've played a 2v2 as well. I typically do just 1v1s because it just gives me full control and I can experiment more. I don't have to worry about letting anybody else down, but I'm I'm opening myself to letting someone down, unfortunately, on this live stream. Hopefully I don't, obviously. Yeah, typically I like to play on my own just because it does give me just full control. I get to play around with some tactics, take some risks. You know, if I mess anything up, it's all on me. I don't have to worry about disappointing anybody else. Might have to pull those guys back like right away. But you know, here we are. First time for everything, right? Kazrak the One Eye. I'm gonna make that his like elite troop. That's gonna be his like strike force right there. Cygor. What's the range on this guy? Not enough. Yeah, see, just short on range. And these guys. Great Axe Infantry. So I have these guys just in the back here as support. Ready to jump in whenever the front line starts to die. Win is the plan. Win is the plan. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to Wood Elves. Skaven, I'm really excited for. I have one of my buddies here. He plays Skaven like tabletop, and I really like some of their units. The Doom Wheel, I think it's called, and the Giant Bell. Their heavy duty units look really cool. So I'd like to see them in action. I'm really curious what kind of mechanics they build in for them as well. Like I imagine a lot of them will have Vanguard deployment, and it'll be sort of a quantity over quality type of troop. Type of army, sorry. So should be interesting. I'm very curious to see the Skaven eventually, hopefully, when they arrive. Oh yeah, Skaven's got a lot of fans. I'm very I'm curious to see the Tomb Kings. I don't know if they're actually if they were in that leaked DLC list because I haven't really memorized that by heart. But I'd like to see the Tomb Kings without like a mod or something. I want to see them made officially because they were one of the first teams or units I played as. What have we got here? Pull these guys back. All right. I'm gonna hope to cause a little bit of damage there. Nice and early. Okay, what are my spells again? Okay, Minotaurs. right at the edge of the map there. I wish the edge indicator was, I don't know if that's something I've hidden. Was a little bit more prominent. Doors, alright. Got a bit of lag there. Yeah, a little bit of lag there, looks like. Come on, boys. Better units to target. God, double Cygors there. Spearmen. Not too worried about the Spearmen. Let's try and hit some of these Minotaurs. Let's see. Form these lines up first. That's a hard target to hit. Okay. Let's see how this engagement goes. Monstrous infantry. You know what? I'm gonna have to split this troop up. Gonna send him in towards the spears. Try and get some early damage in there. No, no, get out of there. Shh. Okay. Clumped up there. Gonna give some assists there. Come on, Spearman. Run faster. Do I want to engage? Let's do this. Get some Spearmen back there to deal with the Cygors, maybe. Or keep them occupied. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna just keep them occupied, I think. Otherwise they're gonna cause all kinds of hell. See how that works for me. You boys. Gonna go down. What's going on here? Alright, okay. Not doing as horrendously. These guys back. And flip these guys back as well. Okay. Oh. Okay, that should hopefully help. Those guys are wavering now. What? Alright. Okay. Alright. This is going better. Much happier about this. Really want to get a Minotaur charge. Oh, Jesus. No, what's wrong? Alright. Haven't been using my spells at all. Woo! Terrible. Alright. Actually, let's watch this charge. Let's see how this chariot does. Kind of head on. Maybe not the best idea. Oh. I was hoping he'd swing right through. Alright. So yeah, with chariots, by the way, I'll just explain because this battle seems to be going pretty well. With chariots, you want to throw them into like an infantry engagement and then pull them out right away. They need a lot of micro to do well, and though there is a lot of hate for oh, what's going on here? For the Black Chariot, if you do a similar approach with the Black Chariot, it actually does decent enough. And you have, but like I said, you have to really micromanage them because they don't perform well if you don't micromanage them. If they get stuck into combat, they will drop dead very easily. So yeah, that's the only caveat to using using chariots. The problem is they are sometimes very hard to keep an eye on because obviously you've got an entire battle you're taking care of. Alright, you guys are giving chase there. That's fine. Oh, they're shattered. That's a waste. Okay. This front is now facing some trouble. Keep an eye on where we're free. You know what? Let's dispatch these guys first so they're just not peppering my troops. Low morale, almost done there. Okay, almost done there. Alright. Gonna start moving my army, or what I can of it, towards, oh jeez. Towards the other side here, because I do want to, hold on one second, sorry. Is that, yeah, no. Oh, let's put a Manticore in here. Yeah, I want to sort of take care of as much as I can over here, and then give support, because this side looks like it is breaking, so who can I pull away? Oh, jeez. That fight going on there. These guys away. Keep the spearmen in there. They're anti-large. And where's my Manticore? What is the Manticore stats? No force causes terror. Ugh, I don't know if that's the best matchup for it, actually. Let's send it in to give some support here. Otherwise, I do want to form up some lines. Where are you, buddy? Letting you just run around. It's not good. Where is this guy? Oh, we've got an engagement here. We got a Gorbull. When you shift click, yeah, I've noticed sometimes the shift clicking will cause your troops to engage, like to pause and then engage afterwards if you shift and then click and drag those circular paths. If that is happening, okay, we're gonna get a Minotaur charge here. If that's happening, I like to keep an eye on that and then quickly just double right click as well. Come on. Sorry, I know I should be paying attention to the battle, but... Oh! Oh, oh man. Jesus, you went terrifying. That's pretty terrifying. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. That was... Maybe the next battle should just be all Minotaurs charging into lines of infantry. That was interesting. Beastmen, the flying unit that the Beastmen have is the Manticore, which I've lost. Where is it? Not doing the best with paying attention here. Also, there's a little bit of a latency with the game. We're stuck. We stuck. Yeah, it looks like we're stuck here. Yeah, Minotaurs are great. That charge was awesome. I want to use them a bit more. Are we frozen? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, there we go. Cool. Crazylotto has dropped. Yeah, it had frozen for a bit. But we're back now. Thank God. Alright. So yeah, this is... It's not what I meant to do, obviously. So that's the Manticore. That's the flying unit these guys have. It's all bloodied up, so you're not seeing it when it's pretty. And it causes terror, so that's nice. No force penalty. Decent stats overall. Weapon strength is decent. No armor piercing. I kind of wish we had more anti-large units as Beastmen. That's my one, I think, gripe. There seems to be no anti-large. Or not no anti-large, but very little anti-large. So that's one problem I have. Because it would be nice to more confidently be able to take out cavalry. These guys no longer in a fight. All right, Has my Cygor given up? Geez, my Minotaurs are trying to route. Oh, there's a giant. That's why. That would explain it. Okay. Speed and accuracy. Armor piercing damage. Yeah, see, like, I'm not... obviously not entirely well versed with what kind of spells are the right ones to use in specific situations yet, because I'm not familiar with these guys. But that will obviously get better. Alright. This is going well. Doesn't look like it's going well. It says I'm winning, but... let's see how that goes. Okay, that reinforcements are not going to help, so let's get these guys in there. Also, we got some fights going on. These spearmen need to get here pronto. Anything damage resistance? These guys out a little bit. Alright, let's see if that helps at all. Yeah, I'd like to see the Harpies as well. My only real big complaint is... get these guys in there, is the lack of, sorry, anti-large, like the lack of a quantity of anti-large units, because that, it's going to be tough if you're sort of running around trying to defeat, like, the Empire, etc., with only a handful of anti-large type units, so I'd like to see if they do anything to take care of that. We'll see, you know, if it's a different unit type or if it's something else that they do. Very curious to see how they go about it. And it looks like that worked out well enough. We've got two giants here from FineToast. Yeah, both from FineToast. A couple spearmen. Let's see where these bad boys are. Not paying attention, PartyElite. Not paying attention. What are you doing? Come on. These guys are tired. Are they? No, they're fresh. I expected a better charge. I expected wrong. How's this fight going? Alright, this is not too hot. My spearmen units are all dead. I need to give chase there. Centigores. Very fast Vanguard armor piercing. It's not gonna be much against giants. I think I just need to swarm these giants and take care of them there. What's this? We got another Cygor here. Oh, okay. Come on. Oh, this guy's running away too. Great. Any infantry they've got? What? Now it looks like it's just these... wow. Blind. That's what I am right now. Completely surrounded, got from behind us. Let's see. Anti-infantry armor piercing. So I don't want... So not the engagement I want. Get back here. Alright. Centigores. Need to help these guys out. Just a bit of a leadership buff might go a long way right now. So what do Beastmen do to their like cowards? Like, do they have like a system like decimation, or is that too organized? Do they make them into large towers of bodies? Surely there's a punishment system if you surrender a battle as a Beastman. That can't be an inexcusable act. Get that in there. This fight should be ours here. Ah, sweet. That'll help. Nice. Pyrrhic victory. Alright. Armchair General. You versus... Ah, cool. You know, why not? Let's save that replay. Damn it! Whatever, it's my autosave. I got it. Yeah, they did add the Amber Wizard, so that'll be interesting to play around with as well. And Am I familiar with Russian penal units in World War II? No, I'm not actually. Very curious how that ties in. Yeah, I really like this option to customize units. I'm gonna back out of the multiplayer lobby. I think maybe we do. So I have to sort of pick and choose. I've got 30 minutes. Do I do more custom battles or do I start a campaign, the mini campaign? 3 minutes. Let's come to a decision there. But what was I saying? Right, yeah, the customization options. I definitely like the fact that they've started doing that because, as I was saying earlier in the stream, it's a nice callback to. Sorry, waiting for it. It's a nice callback to tabletop games. Both, I think 40K does it. I'm almost 100% certain, and Fantasy Battles as well, where you can add customization to each unit as well. So, for example, okay, that the campaign is the call. Looks like the Amber Wizard I think is for Empire. Let me just double check. Amber Wizard is for Empire. Let's just take a look at the Amber Wizard before I jump into the campaign. But yeah, as I was saying, the tabletop games, they had a lot of like customization. So for a unit, you could bring in like a bannerman or a drummer, and it would give different effects. Again, I don't remember the specifics, but it would be nice. It'd be really cool to see, for example, if having a drummer for your swordsman gave them a little bit of a movement bonus even. It's really cool, customization. That's what I really loved about the tabletop games is you could kind of get in there and make your army. What I didn't like about tabletop games was that I had to paint all the pieces, and I'm very particular when it comes to anything visual, which is probably also why it takes me so long to make each and every video. But as a result, for example, the latest 40k army I was making was an army of Necrons, and they spent most of their time not on the battlefield, but in a tub having the paint stripped off of them. Because every time I painted, I would be unhappy with how they ended up, and I would have to start over. So, yeah. Anyway, so the Amber Wizard, again, so it is a new wizard, it's a spellcaster, and it's to give the Empire access to the lore of beasts, basically. So all the same spells as lore of beasts applies to the Amber Wizard, and he does have a selection of mounts, such as the Imperial Griffin, and yes, J Fox, the money. That's a good point as well. Forgot about the money aspect. Yeah, so he's got an Imperial Griffin, a Pegasus, the Warhorse, and the other, like the Barded Warhorse and the regular Warhorse. So pretty simple there. Wild Heart, which gives the increase to the power reserves, and Arcane Conduit, which also increases the power reserves. The Wisdom's Wild Form to give plus 20% weapon damage and plus 15 armor. Flock of Doom, again, so these are all from what we saw with the Beastmen. And if you missed it, then you can rewind on the live stream, or you can watch when I upload the video again. But these are basically balancing off the Beastmen, and so it actually gives the Empire access to a Manticore. So that'll be interesting. I really like the addition of the Amber Wizard. So should be pretty cool to see him in action. But the call, from what I saw, was overwhelmingly for a campaign. So we're going to jump into the mini campaign for about roughly 30 minutes or so. Obviously, we'll see what happens. And yeah, the Necrons are awesome. I love the idea behind the Necrons. I love they're cool. I love the units. I love the art style, and the backstory as well. The lore of the Necrons is awesome. In fact, I'd really love it if there was a 40k Total War game. And if not a Total War game that's set in 40k, then a War Games game that's set in 40k. Because War Games, that's another interesting series of games. They're kind of like Total War, except on steroids when it comes to how complex they are. Worth checking out if you guys like this kind of game overall. Anyway, enough yammering. An eye for an eye. Again, this is my first time, so I am taking it all in. So don't mind me reading things, please. Among the bitterest rivalries of recent years is the struggle between the Elector Count of Middenland, Boris Todbringer, and the Beast Lord, Kazarak the One-Eye. Both despise and yet grudgingly respect each other. The two rivals have clashed on several occasions since, but now the battle for the Great Forest is truly about to begin. This campaign is a more focused narrative experience, a desperate clash between two legends of the Drakkwald. Sounds dope to me. All right. Space rats. All right, Beastmen. Let's see. Race mechanics. So again, horde mode and as you guys maybe already know, they have a lot of mechanics that are similar to some of the existing factions. Chaos, obviously, the horde mode situation, and the Wog. Someone's gonna kill me for mispronouncing that. That kind of mechanic of their rage level, basically. As for the eye for an eye, Saigar won't be happy, but Kazrek is also one-eyed, so I'm sure they get along just fine. Should I play this on Legendary, or should I keep it to normal then? Overlord Scalathrax. Because I do know that the AI tends to cheat on Legendary and very hard. When I say cheat, I mean numerically give itself more money. Alright, let's see. Okay, so top units. We looked at the units already. I'm not going to dally there. So look at the victory objectives. Okay, so destroy Marienburg. Raise and defile is interesting. All right, we shall see. Raise or sack number of settlements 30. Earn 15,000 from raiding and ensure that Boris Todbringer is in a wounded state. I can do that. Ultimate campaign victory. Oh, okay. Destroy Hochland, Marienburg, Karlberg, Cult of Ulrich. Have 2 factions join my confederation and earn 20,000 from raiding and ensure that Boris Todbringer is in a wounded state. Interesting. Hey, thank you, used Q-tip. I appreciate that. I try my best. It doesn't cheat, it transcends mortality. Alright, legendary it is, and let's try and do an ultimate campaign victory, why not? Alright. Oh, did I miss something here? Find the economy very difficult because you can't just farm weak settlements, you have to burn them down. Yeah, I'm curious to see how I'll do it as well. If there is a opening cutscene, which I imagine there is, I will let it play quietly so that anyone who doesn't actually own this can enjoy it as well vicariously through me. Kazrek the One-Eye is the only option, of course. It's his campaign, it's his story. In the Grand Campaign, if you play as the Beastmen, depending on who you choose, you can actually have a different starting location. So that's nice as well. I wonder if more factions are gonna get that as they add more factions into the mix. So that's a nice touch, I think. And I do not know, because it's almost guaranteed people are gonna ask. I don't know if if you can play both on a co-op campaign. So that's actually, I'm curious about that as well. And have I ever thought of streaming on Twitch? Yes, I guess, but I feel like I've got so many people with me on YouTube already. Is there any reason particularly why I should go on Twitch as opposed to not? So, yeah. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to take a quick breather. I just need to get a drink of water. My throat is killing me. Just going to go into a little sort of standby scene for a little bit. Give you 2 minutes. I'll be right back, and we're going to jump into this campaign. And don't worry, you're getting at least 30 minutes of campaign play. So just give me 1 quick second. Thank you once again for joining me. And yeah, I'll see you in just a minute. Alright, guys, I am back. Sorry for that small pause there, just needed a quick drink of water. But yes, welcome back. We're about to start the mini campaign, and I guess this will become my first Let's Play that I've ever done for Total War. And I have not abandoned you, I have returned, and sorry to see you go, Barry. Hopefully you can join us next time. The rest of this thing will be, of course, archived, so don't worry if you guys have to get going. And and on the topic of getting going, let's get this going. So we're gonna go with Legendary. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, let's get this thing started. Well, that was only slightly horrifying. Okay. Sounds good. I like that the subtitles there aren't, perfect translations. Um, full campaign play, let's play when? Pretty soon, probably. Again, we'll see how this goes. I've been asked for a Let's Play for a while now. Basically, the only thing that's been holding me back is the fact that I'm trying to get these guide videos out and the battle replays while also unpacking my house. That should be done very soon. So hopefully in mid-August, actually, hoping for a Let's Play. And apparently, I've only got 10 turns to win this campaign. So, pretty soon. I'm very good at being quiet when I need to be. Sorry if you guys heard some honking. Someone downstairs clearly had to get someone else's attention. Beastmen were real. Humans wouldn't really stand a chance in a straight-up fight. I don't know. I'd like to think human perseverance. Men with spears at one point would take down mammoths. So if we could do that, then certainly we could fight beastmen as well. Oh, also, yeah, guns is a good point. I was thinking in a world without gunpowder. Yeah, we would probably. I don't know if we would interbreed because when we do that, we die rather horribly. Just ask the Habsburgs how that goes. Habsburgs, sorry, I always mispronounce that. All right. I love the broken English. I know that's such a small thing. It just brings them a little bit more to life for me. It's good. Oh hey, I just realized it's not the old man as the advisor here. Oh, that's good. That'd be pretty funny though. Imagine just an old necromancer-looking dude advising these beastmen. Wonder how that would go. Alright, objective issued. On the take, there are yet those who have not yet learned Kazrak's name. The blood ground calls and he answers. Destroy Karlberg. Total favor 2,500. Alright, sounds easy enough. Karlberg, so that's these boys here. Scheinfeld? Eslo? That's a dangerously close name to something else. So Scheinfeld, Eslo, and Dunkenbild, and Caden, and Leidenhove. Okay, so they're bigger than I thought at first. Karlberg, okay. So take over the forest, basically. No, Zarko, Habsburg, I'm never get the name right. Habsburgs, they were a big European family. I forget the era, but the Spanish Habsburgs, I think it was, because they were two different royalties. But the Spanish Habsburgs, they had a lot of inbreeding, and the last of the Habsburgs, well, he was the result of constant inbreeding. So yeah. I don't want a DMCA filed against me. I am pretty elite at partying. Any proof of this? There is, but none that I will be throwing on the internet. But let's get this party started. Yeah, thank you, Nico. Yeah, so it was the Austrian Habsburgs and the Spanish Habsburgs. There were two, right? I'm like completely blanking, which is shameful. But it was the Spanish Habsburgs that had the inbreeding problem, I think. I'll look it up after the stream just to confirm. Oh no, that makes me feel horrible. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So we've got the bestial rage. I'm gonna go with bestial. Sounds more beastly. Bestial rage, which obviously you want to keep up by performing angry tasks. If you get up to this level here, I believe you get to spawn another horde, and with, as you guys might already know, looking at the trailers and the teasers from Creative Assembly, these guys don't suffer attrition when there are two hordes nearby. So, whoop-de-doo, that's cool. Apart from that, in terms of technology, let's see what we've got here. Grizzly trophies. Okay, I should actually read what this gives me. Leadership +5 versus humans, cool. Unit experience for Gore and Ungor, all right. Beastly Stupor, melee attack bonuses, melee defense for lords and embedded heroes. Okay. Fresh Blood Grounds, income from raiding. That might be where I go. It's a pretty small tech tree, which makes sense. The Seed of Hate. Plant the seed and watch corruption blossom. Gives me more research rate and chaos corruption. Interesting. It's expensive though. Let's start with Fresh Blood Grounds. I do like that each piece of research you do gives you negative 5% research rate. So it's almost like this resistance to being more man-like. Like that. Rating does, as far as I understand, rating does increase your bestial rage. But we'll find out. Inactivity and military defeats cause it to drop, leading to infighting. Keep it high by winning battles or adopting the rating stance. So yes, so there you go. Rating does in fact help. Now I'm not going to engage Scheinfeld yet because they are the provincial capital. I don't think I'm going to be strong enough to take them right away. Let's see what we're looking at here. So we've got two provinces then, Karlberg and Scheinfeld. So Scheinfeld's got Eslo, Leidenhove. Okay, there we go. Leidenhove and Caden. Let's take Eslo first. Swordsman and Spearman. Okay. That should be easy enough. Let's see, what kind of buildings do we have here? Ancient Blood Grounds. Let's see. Got Horde Recruitment, Horde Growth, Hag Tree Copse. Probably pronouncing that wrong as well. Hag Tree Copse. Okay, Horde Recruitment Capacity +2. Okay, Chaos Corruption +2 for the local province, and Horde Growth +2. Alright, cool. So that probably is a good call to build that as soon as I can. Military, what have we got? We've got the Spearmen herds and Raiders. Pit Hovel, I need to be up a level. And that'll give me Ungors and Ungor Spearmen with shields. Let's see. So build up your army, then take out the minor settlements. Okay. I guess I don't want to get too close. Move forward a little bit. How do I pop into... Whoop. Let's get to raiding here. not bad. I'll probably engage them very soon. Let's recruit. Let's recruit. What have we got? We've got a decent balance, I guess, overall. Let's get some range in there. These spearmen are really not that good, but I don't want to overbalance on range either. That would be ridiculous. Let's start like this. See how that goes, and move forward. Need at least 17 units to trigger Bray Herd. Okay, that's good to know. Kill off the Minotaurs for the Blood Gods. Yeah, no, I'm good. Let's see, anything I'm missing here? I got my tech done. We looked at objectives already. Again, maybe I'll go for the ultimate campaign victory. That should be interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know. Because the major campaign, I just have to destroy Marienburg, and it's just less money from raiding. Whereas it's a bit more complex to do the ultimate campaign victory, so we'll see. But yeah, that's a pretty straightforward first turn. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Tyrion. I figure that's the best way to use them for their Vanguard deployment. Got some money here. Let's get this going. So that's probably how I'll use them if I do. Let's see what this slot allows me. So I can either get a Den, which gives me Chaos Warhounds, or I've already got a dugout. Toxic Grounds. And then the Pits of Horror, which gives me Chaos Spawn. Okay, so this is kind of like the Chaos world there. We've got Scorched Grass Plains for Centaurs, and then Centaur's Hollow for throwing axes. Okay, variants. All right, and this is the support line, which is mainly upkeep, armor, melee attack, and experience. Okay. That's cool. And Fartface, I don't know if they're going to do that, but I know in the past games, I was actually part of, if any of you guys are Total War players, I was part of the Broken Crescent mod way back when now, and we used Blender to create models and get them into the game, so that might actually work still. So I don't know if they're actually going to release their own system. I'm going to leave these advanced units, advanced buildings for now. Keep it simple for now. Get this Hag Tree Copse to build up. Continue raiding. Am I still raiding here? Yes. Raid. Oh, right. I need to be in encampment stance. My bad. Sorry. So yeah, you need to be in encampment stance to build. And let's get some of these ranged boys in here and try to use their Vanguard deployment in a nice way. And this turn, get that Hag Tree Copse built, and now we'll engage. Yeah, that's slow, I guess. I almost messed up the pronunciation of that. Alright, need to switch from encampment to ambush. Sorry, was just checking. Right, so I should also mention, because if some of you don't have the game or are still on the fence about it, you can be in a raiding stance, which of course is just raiding. You can be in hidden encampment stance, which is to actually make your buildings and obviously camp. It does reduce your rage though, as you can see with the tooltip, but it does help you hide. So depending on what your rage level is at, just be careful about that. And then finally, of course, there's the use beast paths, which is similar to using the underpass. What am I thinking here? I can't remember. But so this is, as you saw, the beast path map. This is to attack in that method, and it's also to go through impassable terrain. But right now, we're just going to stick to a regular... Oh, we're already there. Beastmen ambush. So again, as I mentioned in my ambush video, you can... Should I just auto-resolve this? What do you guys think? I'm going to have a spiel while you guys decide for me, because that might be boring to watch, right? But yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, if you watched my ambush video, I'd mentioned very briefly... nice, Sarko. I mentioned very briefly that with Beastmen, you have a higher chance of an ambush happening automatically. Basically, the default stance of theirs gives them a chance to have every battle be an ambush. You don't have to camp out and take that stance. So, it's important to get yourself familiar with ambushing, and if you want, you can watch that video. It's the previous one I'd uploaded, and it should give you a better understanding of how ambushes work if you aren't already entirely familiar with it. And that's a good point. I should fight maybe I should just encircle it and sit and relax and slowly take it out in, what, 6 turns? Yeah, I'm good. Let's fight this. Watch me get completely destroyed. Knowing my luck, I wouldn't be surprised. And then I would probably cry and never go on the internet again. Alright. Let's see this go down. Battle of Eslo. Kazarak the One-Eye against Adolphus Bieber. Bieber? Justin? Alright, let's wreck this guy's day. I feel bad for those swordsmen and spearmen. I don't know what's coming to them. Alright, so let's not overcomplicate this. Oh, can I not? No space back here? Seriously? Come on. Damn, that's annoying. Alright. Not gonna overcomplicate it. There's no point in doing that. This is really annoying. Why can't I... Normally you're able to get just this little thin sliver at the back here. I don't know if they patched that out. I can't remember the patch notes right now. But it's a little annoying. I was hoping to use that here. But that's okay. Not all is lost. Let's get you guys up here, actually. Oh, it's messy. And let's get these guys up here as well. So I'm going to try and do like a serious push with this Vanguard deployment. Might completely destroy me. And these guys, let's see. Why did you stay behind? Why are you back here, buddy? You should be up here as well. Be courageous. Fight like a true beast man. Ah, yeah, I can't hide in there. Okay, can I hide in here? Can these guys not hide? Is that the caveat with these guys? That's unfortunate. Okay. Spearmen. My bulk of my army is actually up there, so that'll be interesting. And Kazarak back here. All right. Yeah, some of them do have stock. Actually, you know what? The reason why I'm not using group number of assignments is because sometimes when I lay them out like this, it's just, for me, it's quicker with my fingers to just control double click on a unit type to select them all. And then when I get the battle into little pockets, I wasn't doing it earlier with the multiplayer battles, but when I get them into little pockets, that's when I get a bit more specific with the grouping, because then I divide the groups into a location. Yeah, aren't drunk centaurs the quietest types of people? I don't know. Maybe that's just the centaurs I hang out with. All right, so let's do that, because again, good point. These guys have stock, so I might actually be able to sneak them right in without any trouble. Maybe these guys will attract some attention, and I can push forward from the center up here. I think I did just end up overcomplicating it for a battle that that really shouldn't last that long. All right. God. So then the units, they look really nice. I think something that attracts me the most to this game is just the visual fidelity. I feel like Creative Assembly's done a great job of making this game absolutely gorgeous. And these new additions are, you know, they're holding up that standard. I love how they look. They're all very custom. And, you know, initially, as I was saying, the fact that they had these new units come in, or the fact that they had these factions but only a handful of them when Warhammer Fantasy Battle has so many options, it bugged me that there was only so many factions, but now I realize just the sheer amount of work that must have gone into this is insane. So honestly, can't even complain about that. In terms of, again, the value of this DLC, people have been complaining about the price point a little bit. So far, I don't feel like I've been gouged. I did pay... okay, yes, fair. I did pay the sale price for it, but that's only, what, $3 off? So I don't feel like I've been gouged or anything. I don't feel like I've been betrayed. In fact, I feel pretty good about that transaction. The short battle that I did have, the short 2 battles that I have, they were fun. These units are pretty interesting to see in action. The Minotaurs are really fun to see when they charge in, so, you know, I'm not complaining. Oh, Adolphus is a unit. Oh, okay, cool. So we've got Spearmen, Swordsmen, and Adolphus. Oh, these guys have been revealed. Okay. Okay. This is really probably going to be a nothing battle. You know what? Let's get ready to just shoot into their backs as we start this melee engagement. Just gonna... Oh, right, I can't because I'm in Legendary. I was gonna pause so that I could give the orders and then zoom in on some of the action kicking off. Oh, can I get there in time? Nice. Oh, man. This is actually probably going to make me lose the battle. Let's not do that. Come on. We're fine there. We're fine there. Yeah, okay, this is... I want to get at least 1 minute toward charging here. Alright. Alright. To anyone who missed it earlier. Nah, let's get them farther. I don't want to ruin this. Yeah, they were... Apparently they were hidden, so... My bad. It looked like they weren't. Alright. Give me a good charge here, boys. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. That was amazing. Oh, beautiful. Now, okay, I mean, let's do some cleanup. I don't think I... Wait, right, I don't need to do cleanup. This is a battle, like a siege battle, so I don't need to do a cleanup. Because they will all die, as they should. Just got done binging on Call of Warhammer mod. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did like that mod. There have been a lot of attempts at Warhammer mods, and I thought quite a few of them got taken down, but I might be misremembering. Call of Warhammer was great. I mean, it's the modding community for Total War has always been amazing, and, you know, much love to all the mods out there, whether it's Lord of the Rings or Warhammer. Yeah, I mean, seeing an official game, it's different. You've got people whose careers it is to make a game doing it, so it's different, and the money is different, and the time commitment's different. Again, you know, I love the modders. Modders are great to help games and communities grow, so I can never complain about modders. But back on this topic, as you can see, they've been completely wiped out, and I captured 67 enemies with a decisive victory. Good job, Kazrak. So Eslo, raise and defile. What does that do? All buildings are destroyed, their shrines are defiled, and the settlement is torched. I don't like the sound of that. And it gives me +8 horde growth. Or I could loot and raise, which I don't capture the settlement, but I steal its money and torch the place, which also sounds fun. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Nico. Yeah, the required mechanics would be built in. Right, it was like magic and whatnot. Yeah, modding is great, but there's only so much a modder can do. So I remember there being a call for raise and defile. Let's see. Yeah, defile. All right, raise and defile. Plus I could use the horde growth, so let's go with that. Bam. Weapon gained, Berserker Sword. This blade constantly drips with blood as if only just pulled from a corpse. Those that wield it scream with rage, demanding to feed the sword its next victim. Sweet. Gives me +7% charge bonus, +2 melee attack, and +4% weapon strength. Kazrak the One-Eye. Ah, you lovely monster, you. Excellent. And Eslo has been converted into this little ruined minor settlement. A little shrine to me. I'm gonna say it's to me. Did Kazrak level up there? Yeah, he did. Alright, what do we do here? Damn right, defile the man filth, right? Yeah, that's the attitude I should take. I'm a Beastman here to destroy them, treat them as poorly as possible. Alright. Sorry, where are we? Campaign movement range, character's aura leadership effect, and melee attack. Alright. Interesting. Where am I right now? So this will give me +5 to my aura. This will just help me hit harder. Just gonna take a look at these trees for a little bit. So if I went with Primeval Rage, just pronouncing that, Devastating Charge gives me a charge bonus, then I get Thick Skin, which gives me armor, then I get melee defense, and then I get melee attack. I like the sound of this. Banquet of Flesh. Speed plus 15%, charge bonus plus 30. Wow. Okay. And then it goes on. Savage Beast. Okay, these are like, they're going to take some time. Can't think that far ahead. Otherwise, Presence of Morris Sleep. Beast Lord's Lash gives plus 3 charge bonus for... Oh, okay, I see. This gives Vigor Loss reduction. This gives melee attack plus 3 for Ungor Herd and Spearman Herds. And this gives plus 3% for cavalry units. Interesting. Let's see. Call of Violence. Okay, this seems interesting. This looks definitely more like a support kind of structure. So that seems interesting. Gargantuan Hooves. It's a funny name. Feasting Upon Man, which I like the sound of. Income from raiding. Upkeep costs. Attrition. And siege holdout time. Okay. Interesting. So I'm going to go with the Presence of More Sleep. I'm going to try and use these charge bonuses and whatnot to great effect. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. All right. Bam. Done. So SFO has been taken care of. Our rage meter's gone up a little bit. Growth has increased nicely. I'm going to encamp and maybe build something. But I will encamp. Get a pit hovel down, I think. Do I have the money for it? 3,000. That'll bring my income right down. Maybe I should raid a little bit first. Nah, you know what? Let's build it. Go big or go home. So first I need to go into encampment, which I cannot. Right. Well, let's end this turn here first. Dark Choice. The ruinous powers take grim pleasure in your endeavors. In their dark mirth, they grant a boon. Which of their gifts will you choose? Oh, boy. Gorbull. All right. So harnessing the Gorbull's destructive nature is the obvious choice. The great weird moon, more sleep, hangs low. We are incensed. Or the Bray Shaman. What do the Chaos Gods whisper? What dark machinations do they plot? The Bray Shaman will surely reveal these secrets to us. I'm going to go with the... Yeah, I'm thinking the Gorbull because... Just trying to think of the stats right now. I would like to get some magic in there, but I think that can wait until later. I want to see the Gorbull in action. And apparently you guys do like the Gorbull as well. So, there we go. And right, good point, Brian. I wasn't paying full attention there. I do need to grow a little bit first. Let's get you in there. Let's... Should I encamp? I'm going to raid a little bit. Oh, right, I can't raid here. My bad. Gonna encamp there. Let's recruit some more units, get these guys replenished, what little damage they took, and then we'll move on to Dunkel Build. Dunkel Build? Dunkel Build. I think that's how it's pronounced. I have no clue. So the Raiders... I really wish the game left a kill count. I wish I could see right now how many kills were given, so that I could kind of weigh the troops out. I don't have that much money. Don't want to hurt my income too much. I'm going to go with 2 more units of Spearmen, give myself a nice solid front line that can hold a front. And let's see. Whoop, now we're good here. End this turn. Ah, really? That's interesting. Dark Picture. It's about to get a lot darker there. So let's move these boys into the right stance. Tuck them in. Let's pour Windmill. Alright. And let's raid. Okay, plus 132. That's good. So we'll raid that, and let's get... yeah, I don't want to spend too much. How much could they possibly have? Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much money on building them up. Thank you, Marcus. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully, over the next couple weeks, it's going to speed up a bit more, pick up the pace again, and I'm going to start doing more Let's Plays and the like. For now, though, we're going to take Dunkel Build. See how this goes. Let's fight again. Let's wreck them. Yeah. Fight this battle. Ooh. Oh, right. Okay. We're good there. The windmills have already fallen. It's time for the city. Alright, let's see how this goes. Also, was that all? How many turns was that? 5 turns? 4 turns? I only have 6 left, I guess? I don't think I'm going to finish this campaign in 6 more turns. All right. So again, right, so these guys have stalks so they can hide until they get very close. I'm going to try and, depending on how the enemy positions itself, I'm going to try and like take this hill or something and shoot in, or get into these trees, or this hill, and shoot in, just see what kind of situation we get there. Should be interesting. And let's get these guys laid out here. Let's try to pull them away so, again, we can fire into their backs. That's my thinking pattern here. We got these Centaurs. We can keep up front, or actually let's get the Centaurs over here just in case something needs taken care of, though I highly doubt it. Minotaurs, let's try and get more action for the Minotaurs this time around. And these guys up here in case something tricky goes down. You guys are gonna see some action here. That's gonna be my like strike force. Gonna send them in to swing in from the back when I can. And let's get this going. Yes, Tyrion, that the Magic Guide is going to be coming very soon. Sorry, before the Beastmen, it was going to happen this week, and then the Beastmen, it was announced to happen like so much sooner than I expected, and I wanted to get ambushes and a Vanguard deployment done quickly because I knew that was going to be important, and I figured there's a lot of players out there who are not yet comfortable with those concepts. It would be a good idea to get them. To get you guys familiar with it, because it's, you know, it'll make playing the Beastmen more fun for everybody. But yes, the Magic Guide is coming very soon. It's a very comprehensive one, so it'll probably be a long video, or I'll split it up into multiples. But it'll be interesting. I'm going to try and explore very deeply and explain when and how you might want to use one over the other, etc. All right, speed this bad boy up. Man, imagine being these guys right now. Imagine just sitting here and looking down at that and that especially. I don't know how they're cheering so much. I would not be in such a happy mood. Don't want to cause an engagement too early either. Come on. I wish there was a times like 6 for moments like this. Alright. Wow, it really doesn't go very fast. Maybe I should start talking about how much I love how these units look again. Man. Really nicely done. You know what, the more I play, the more I sit and do this, the more I feel like, yeah, this DLC is worth it. I understand for a lot of people the fact that the roster feels incomplete is a big deal. I understand why that's a problem, but again, I guess most of these rosters are actually, whoops, pretty incomplete if you think about it. So status quo. It takes a lot of work to make a game like this, obviously, so I appreciate the hard work they've put into it, I gotta say, and I'm looking forward to more of these. It's too... I don't know, I think if I saw a Minotaur charging me, I'd be pretty upset. Alright, I screwed their formation up because I halted them. There we go. Whoa, 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 what do you think you're doing here? Alright, let's get this party started. Swordsmen, crossbowmen, spearmen, okay. Nothing I'm too afraid of. It's this uphill engagement that I could have spent the time to like work around and whatnot, but I don't think it's going to be entirely necessary. I'm going to be coming in from so many angles. Unless these guys decide to obviously charge me. Alright. Charge defense against large. Oh no, that was my, You guys come back here. Oh man. I don't think I'd ever get tired of those charges. Beautiful. Yeah, imagine playing this game without gore and blood. Or blood and gore. Like, you want blood for the blood god, Just bring a bunch of Minotaurs, put them up against infantry, and Khorne will be very, very satisfied. Alright, I'm just gonna, you know what? This might hurt me in the long run because of numbers, but... Like, I might lose more units than I have to, but let's... Oh, come on. You're running? Why are you running? We're just here for a party. Come on. Alright, it's crossbowman. Yeah, keep shooting. Oh, no, no, no. Don't leave. Oh. Man. Aw, didn't get a fun charge there. Once again, I don't need to chase them off because it's a town battle, so they'll all die. And yeah, the Minotaurs look really awesome. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Decisive victory, of course. Let's end that battle. Yeah, actually, I have a very in-depth video about fatigue. I actually go into some like details about numbers and whatnot. And that's another one that I've had planned for a while. I actually have it recorded, even like the audio. It's just the video, the visuals aren't done yet. But that is something that I will be covering. Are going to be added for the Beastmen. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, see, I didn't look at the data mining too much, so I don't know all the details there. But let's see. Do Beastmen have penalties from fighting or moving in forests? From most of these units, let me just close this, and I think the choice is... Oh, is the choice obvious? Do I need money? Do I need money, or do I need to defile? What do I need? Yeah. Yeah, some of the units, Steven already beat me to it, some of the units don't have any penalties for being in forests, so that is true to their nature, obviously. And in terms of my thoughts on Cygors, again, I only got those two custom battles, or multiplayer battles that I got to fight, and they were pretty cool. They're awesome. I wasn't using them at their best, obviously, because still first time dealing with them, but they're pretty awesome. You can throw rocks, and then you can actually run in and you know, beat things to a pulp with the stone as well. Yeah, I know, Zarko. I'm actually going to call it very soon after I raise and defile this settlement here. Goodbye, Dunkel build. What was it called again? Dark Picture? Dark Place? Dark Picture? It's getting really dark in there. There you go. Yeah, I know, looting it might have been the better call, but too late now. Let's see, where are we right now? I'll loot the next city that I attack, which will probably be... Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I'll probably attack Zendin next, and I will loot them, get some money to keep myself going. It's just defile is such a fun word, though. The centaurs and warhounds charging from behind. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do feel like once I get a bit more familiar with these guys, the battles will be a lot more interesting to watch. And I was asked to play on Legendary, so things will get intense. So, you know, we'll see. It should be fun. With all that said, though, I do want to say, unfortunately, I do want to keep playing. However, as I said, the longer my house stays in a state of being a warehouse, the slower the content on my channel is going to be. So I do have to get back to getting some work done around the house, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to call the live stream today. It was a bunch of fun having you guys on board. Again, this is my first live stream, so I'm sure it was really rough around the edges. I will be saving the archive and rehosting it. Yeah, I know it's kind of ballsy. I'm probably going to get screwed in like the next 5 turns or something, I know. But yeah, I had a great time. Thank you guys for coming, for all of you watching. I might, you know, I'll try and do this as a daily thing. I want to do it more often. Thanks, guys. I'm glad to hear you liked it. And again, I will start live streaming more. It sounds like you guys were enjoying it, and I will be keeping more of these, you know, guides and whatnot coming. And I promise, campaign map tips are coming very soon. I know I've been saying that for such a long time. It's just a lot of, you know, changes in life. But again, thank you guys. Hello and goodbye. And as always, you know, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Total War related content. And yeah, I guess, you know, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is twitter.com/_PartyElite. That's me on Twitter, and in fact, if you would like more streams, that's the best place to keep a track of me in terms of my streams I will be announcing. So Twitter, in fact, let me just swap us over to this little thing here, and you can see at the bottom there my Twitter handle's on there. So if you follow me on Twitter again, you'll be more up to date, and of course when I upload as a subscriber, you'll see it. Apart from that, thank you for joining me. Trying to think of a way to work in the general line, but I don't think I can, so I'm not going to force it. Thank you guys. You're all awesome. Cheers.